brother ready to get it done.
Shabri.
Brother Yadna, brother Paul. You got a torch?
Huh?
You got a torch?
I don't. That's why I ain't grabbing no incense when I'm I just asked Eve earlier too.
Brother, check the sound. Yep, sound.
That good.
Yep. Hey, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. Come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, which in the scriptures go by different code names, one being Babylon the Great. Also, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, whom the worldly call God and Jesus Christ, sent the prophets in these last days, as he always sent the prophets in the ancient days to seal the elect of his people, the nation of Israel, which you see on this sign, the 12 tribes of Israel. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and all the Israelites scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So before we begin, as always, giving all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone who rule well, of who we learned the truth of the gospel from through the Rakakadash, which is the Holy Spirit. And peace, blessing, and salutation unto the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and all the Israelites scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that will be delivered by their faith when our Lord Yahweh Shah comes out of the sky with the so-called UFOs, which in the scripture are the chariots of Israel to deliver the elect throughout the four corners of the earth. So, without further ado, let's start with Baba Shah. Let's get Isaiah 9 and 5.
This is Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Right, so in the ancient world, the battles, the wars, was fought with swords, all right, and with arrows, different types of swords, arrows, catapults. But this war, which is going to be a third war's war, is going to be fought differently from ancient wars. All right, go ahead.
Time. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right, so this war, which is the third war's war, will be with burning and fuel of fire. How is the burning and fuel of fire going to happen? Okay, through the thermonuclear missiles. Okay, let's get Isaiah 54 and 16. And the brother hold 2 Peter 3.
This is Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16.
Right.
Behold, I created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
Yahweh, okay, Ba'ashem Yahushua, said, I created the smith. Who is the modern day smith? The modern day smiths is the scientists that's creating the nuclear technology. All right? That put together these nuclear weapons. You got a preset we doing too? Okay, kind. In the ancient wars, you have silversmiths, goldsmiths, smiths that made weapons. This smith is talking about the modern day scientists that's putting these thermonuclear weapons together, which, if a brother get real quick, the weapons of my indignation in Isaiah 13th chapter. It's also in Jeremiah. Go ahead, yeah, you got time.
It says, this is Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
Well, bloweth the coals in the fire that's creating these nuclear missiles. You can look up Operation Paperclip, okay, in Project Manhattan on some history on America and Russia splitting after the World War II, the German scientists to create these nuclear missiles. All right, go ahead.
And like the brother was saying, like if you watch the TV show Forged in Fire, where they take the metal and they stick it in the coals, and then they take it out and they beat it into an instrument of war. You know, the modern day weapon is the ICBM missile.
Right.
You know, so it's just correlating from old times to today's time.
Right.
You know, so better can understand it.
Right. And then also with the weapon, as we're gonna get this smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, all right, it's gonna continue to go on to give us a little bit more description. Go ahead,
Time. And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
Right. So these scientists, starting with the German scientists, is bringing an instrument, okay, for Yahweh Shem Yahweh's work. What is that instrument? That instrument, the brother got that in Isaiah. Yep, Isaiah 13. 11. It's right about that. That instrument is the thermonuclear missiles. For his work is this World War III. All right? In the scriptures, it's known as the Third Woe. Also, you just had that movie that come out, which is called what's it? Oppenheimer. All right? Going to the which is based off a true story. All right? Going into the nuclear missiles, the atom bomb being created. You got it up. You was about to make a statement?
Yeah, I was gonna say I got a precept.
All right, finish that off the last.
And I have created the waster to destroy. Salakia, let me take it from the top. This is Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy.
Go ahead. The waster to destroy is the thermonuclear weapons. And what it's going to destroy is America will be totally destroyed and become a desert wasteland. According to the prophecies in the scriptures, and when the dust clear and the smoke settle, nothing will be left. No man will walk on the shores of America. The only thing that will dwell here is desert-like creatures. Also, the land of Israel will be totally desolate. Okay, the land of Israel will be desolate, but will be built back again. And who's going to build up that land? All right, is you heathen, which are going to be these slaves of the future rulers, which are the future rulers are the Israelites, the elect of the elect of the nation of Israel, are the future rulers of the new kingdom to come. Okay. Also, all Israel will rule over the heathen, but it's starting with the first fruits, which are the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay, we're the future rulers, and the heathen, they're going to build up our kingdom. All right, based off the instructions of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the Israelites. Brothers got that. You can finish that out.
Well, I mean, you want to go to the next verse?
That's it. Weapons of indignation.
You want to go to the next verse?
Con.
This is Isaiah 54 and verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn.
Right. Start from the top of the
Con. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper.
No weapon formed against thee shall prosper. Now, Christians, these Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you go to the holy houses, which you call the church houses. Catholic Church, the Baptist Church, Seventh-day Adventist, Jehovah's Witness, and you think weapons, no weapon formed against me, meaning no matter what somebody try to do to me, the Lord got me. This weapon is talking about the thermonuclear missiles. All right, the weapon that that the Edomites are creating, and these other nations have the technology now, is not going to touch the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, especially here in America, where the main destruction is coming. No weapon formed against these nuclear missiles. All right, is going to harm the elect. Go ahead, huh?
No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn.
Right,
this is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Right, so the elect righteousness is of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua through faith in Yahushua. That's our salvation. So no matter what a scoffer, a mocker, Esau, heathen nation, wicked Jakes got to say about the elect and how we serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, it's not going to have any effect on our salvation. You got it.
I got a precept. This is Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 24. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So the Most High is the one that made the smith. He's the one that made the modern day scientists to be able to make these weapons of mass destruction. So the Lord is saying, hey, I'm the one that made the smith to make the weapon. So guess what? Believe in me, and you ain't no weapon formed against thee will work. You know, it's not going to work because I'm the one in control of the one making it.
Right.
You know, so the Most High is man's goings are the Lord. These people don't even know what they're doing. Right. They didn't understand that they were going to bring forth their demise. Right. You know, with the technology that the Lord allowed them to have. You know, with the angels whispering in their ear, telling them what they need to do. They didn't understand that. But guess what? We're here now.
Isaiah 13 verse 1, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
Right, so when you go into this word burden, and in the blue letter, it clearly breaks it down. It was right on this one. It says the burden. What is the burden? The burden is a prophecy against, okay? Not for, but against. Babylon. This Babylon is talking about America. Okay, so this is a prophecy against America. Go ahead, huh?
On verse 2, it says, Isaiah 13, verse 2, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Right, so lift up a banner. If a brother can get that in the book of Psalms, the banner, which is thy word, that banner is the scriptures. So what we are using to prophesy against America is the standard, which are the truth of these scriptures. All right? That brother, find that real quick. The banner.
It's in Psalms?
Yeah, it says Psalms. Get 60 and 4. Yeah.
Psalm 60. Psalm 60 and verse 4. Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth.
Right.
Salah.
So the Most High have given a banner to those that fear him. And that's the elect of the nation of Israel in these times. Because you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you don't fear your power, nor his son. If you did fear, then you would follow the law, statutes, and commandments and have faith in Yahushua and do it according to the scriptures. All right? Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is to be feared because of the great judgments that he brings and that he's going to bring. We're talking about the thermonuclear destruction, which a lot of you wicked Israelites here in America is going to be caught up in it because you refuse to take heed to the scriptures. All right? And it says, read that again, Baba Kashan.
Isaiah 60. It's Isaiah 60 and verse 4. It's like Isaiah 60. No, this is Psalm 60 and 4. Thou hast showed. Hold on. It's like
Psalm 60 and 4.
Okay, it's like it. Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth.
Right. So these scriptures are to be displayed to bring out the truth. All right. And this is the truth that Esau, the so-called white man, don't want you Israelites to understand. That his kingdom is about to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. And the only way of salvation is faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, which faith is trust and belief in these scriptures. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 3, it says Isaiah 13 verse 3, I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger.
Right, keep going. Verse 2 again.
Okay. Isaiah 3 verse 2 and 13 verse 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Right.
Exalt the voice unto them.
The high mountain is Babylon the Great, which is America. Exalt the voice, meaning rebuke and reprove. Bring out these prophecies against America. And who rules modern day Babylon the Great? You Edomites, which are you so-called white people. All right, let's get that real quick. Psalms 137. Because we said America is going to be destroyed. America is ran by the elite Edomites, okay? Which are, the Edomites are the so-called white race of people, which the elite amongst them are the banking families, okay? The ones that control policy, they control your money, they control the flow of commerce, all right? The bankers, all right? Go ahead, huh?
This is Isaiah chapter 137 and verse 7. Damn, slucky. What did I say? This is Psalms chapter 137 and verse 7. Remember, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof.
So the subject matter in this verse is remember Edom. Okay, who is Edom? It's a race of people. Who are that race of people? The so-called white people. Now, not every so-called white person you see is an Edomite because of race mixing. And the only way you can race mix is if your father get with another nation, that baby come out looking like that nation of people, but really it's the seed of the father. All right? Just like us, Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Not every so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American is an Israelite, okay? Because you have tares, you have Edomites that look like Israelites, just as Herod the Great and his sons look like Jakes, or we say Jake short for Jacob, which are Israelites. All right, go ahead, Al.
Psalms 137 and verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed.
Right, so read the verse above.
This is Psalm chapter 137 and verse 7. Remember, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof.
Right, so the Edomites said, race it, even to the foundation thereof in the day of Jerusalem. What time period was this? This time period was during the besiegement of Jerusalem by the Babylonians, okay? By what the scholars call Neo-Babylon, all right? With Nebuchadnezzar and them, all right? That's the time of Jerusalem when the Edomites was allied with the Babylonians to take us into captivity. And the Babylonians took the nobles of Jacob, namely of the southern kingdom, into captivity. All right, that's where you get the book of Daniel. Daniel was taken into captivity by the Babylonians. You get the three holy children. All right, the noble amongst the tribe of Judah was taken into captivity. All right, by the Babylonians. And the Edomites said to the Babylonians, destroy the temple, destroy the temple, destroy it. Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, remember the Edomites for doing and saying this. So you Edomites not only gonna pay for what you did to the Israelites in this time, but for what you did to the Israelites back then. All right? Go ahead, huh?
Psalms 137 and verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed.
Right. So, O daughter of Babylon. Okay, so the Edomites are in the scriptures called the daughter of Babylon. All right? So the Edomites, according to the scriptures, will rule this virgin daughter of Babylon in the scriptures. And what did it say? Who ought to be destroyed. You Edomites, along with your system, your kingdom, okay, is going to be destroyed. As it says in Revelation, the 18th chapter, Babylon is falling. It is falling. America is going to fall. All right? So if America is going to fall, what's the mindset of us, the Israelites, should be in? Departing from this place and walking according to the truth of these scriptures, or we're going to take a part of Esau's destruction. Okay? If we don't take heed to the scriptures, all right, and not only taking heed, but doing what the scriptures command us to do, all right, there will be a punishment and a judgment for us, all right, and that punishment is for the Edomites, but you Israelites going to take part in it for being rebellious and hard-headed. Go ahead,
Con. It says, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Right, so we're going to be happy when America falls. All right? Why? Because the reward that these Edomites had given unto us. And ain't no good reward. All right? We still this day in our captivity. Suffering. All right? Go ahead,
Happy, this is Psalm chapter 137 and verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
Right, so that's going to be a happy thing. To take your little ones and dash them against the stone. As you did the Northern Kingdom when Christopher Columbus and his savage horde came over here, all right, to take over the so-called New World. They cut the mothers' bellies open, the indigenous tribes, which are the Northern Kingdom of you Israelites, you Latinos, okay? And you took the babies out and bust them against the rocks. You're going to be a happy thing to recompense you for that. Go ahead, That's the end of the chapter.
Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy.
Right, so according to the scriptures, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua put the spirit on Sirach's father to say, Sirach, to say, look, there's 9 things that I found to be happy. Go ahead,
And the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children.
Right, so it's a happy thing to have joy of your children. But you shouldn't take joy when your children are bad as hell, man. All right? Take joy in obedient children. Go ahead,
And I was going to say, to land back on what you were saying about how Christopher Columbus and the rest of those Edomites were destroying our children. You know, hey, coming over here, split them in half, trying to see who can, divide them. I'm trying to be as political as possible. Divide them in one swipe, so on and so forth. Hey, you got to pay for that, like the brother's going into. That's coming back to your children. Right. But we're going to have joy of our children in the kingdom of heaven. It's hard to have joy of our children on this side. You know, I don't have any children, but when I see the little Akim, I get joy seeing the little Akim running around, man.
Right.
A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
Right, so it's a joy. According to the scriptures, as the book of Psalms 137, it's a happy shall he be. Okay, so we take joy to see the fall of our enemy. Who is our enemy? Okay, we as Israelites, we have enemies. Okay, and those enemies are written in Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Okay, starting with the Edomites in the tribe of Amalek, which is our number 1 enemy in the Amalekites today are the Sombrero Paquitos, right? The 1948ers, okay? Zionists, okay?
Those that are in rulership, like the brother was saying.
Right.
Those Job 9:24s.
Right. Right.
You want me to get that? I got this song.
No. Got something? Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Right, and this is why Esau, the so-called white man, don't want this truth to come out, and why these Edomites are butthurt. That's why I said, rebuke and shake the hand that they go into the gates of the noble. Now the prophets are on the highways and the byways, and now the prophets are starting to get, are starting to be taken serious and take notice of. How we know that? Because now you have these Amalekites, these 1948ers talking about the biggest threat to what she said, the biggest threat to the national security is the black American. Who's she talking about? She's talking about the prophets, the true prophets, because there's a lot of false prophets out here that are Hebrew Israelites out on the highways and the byways. The true prophets, okay, according to the spirit of truth, that's bringing out the truth, unfiltered, unadulterated, uncorrupted, is starting with the apostles and the elders, and all that bring out the doctrine of great millstone. We are the true prophets. All right.
Like the brother was saying, like, I mean, just think about that for a second. Think about that. This is a world leader that's saying that the biggest threat that they have is people standing on the curb, essentially screaming out of the Bible.
Right.
I mean, just think about that. We don't have no guns. We don't have no weapons of mass destruction. We don't have. All we have is Yahweh Shem Yahushua in His word.
Right.
And yet she was on a world stage, and she said this. She brought it out. So I mean, people that were listening to that should have taken note. So wait a minute, what the hell are they doing?
Right.
What can they do? How are they the biggest threat to you?
Right.
Hey.
Because the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is dreadful among the heathen. Right. They know the power that's backing us, that's behind the prophets waking up according to the scriptures, coming back to our nationality. All right, they fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua not so much us, but our powers. All right, so let's go back. You got a precept?
Yeah, something real quick. This is part of the reason why they fear us. I'm just gonna get straight to the point. 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 16. And he answered, "Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them." So I'm going into I like to call them the spiritual security guards, the heavenly hosts, the angels. It's way more angels, really, as the elder. I remember hearing the elder apostles go into one angel can destroy everybody on the earth. But hey, it's more angels with us than they have for their defense. So that's what's the real fear. They know our true power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, has that heavenly host.
Right. In Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, right about 15, 16, 17, said that a great army would stand up on their feet. And this is a spiritual war that we in. And we're a spiritual army. We don't come out to incite violence, but the violence that we are inciting that's going to happen is going to be by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. When Yahushua come back, man. All right? And that's what they're in fear of seeing the prophets and the prophecies come to pass out of these scriptures. All right, so let's go back. Isaiah.
Isaiah 13, verse 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Right, and that's what happened in these Edomites. Started to go to their government, the politicians, and they started to ask questions. How can we get these Negroes, so what they perceive as Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans off our streets? All right? Because what? We're telling them, according to the scripture, Yahweh Shem Yahushua hates you, heathen. Love his people is going to bring a recompense and vengeance upon you for what you did to us. All right? Go ahead,
Come verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger.
Right, the sanctified ones are the prophets. The mighty ones are the angels. Okay, go ahead,
Even them that rejoice in mine highness.
Yes, the angels rejoice in the commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, go ahead.
Verse 4, it says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts mustered up the host of the battle.
Right, and we see that mustering right now. If you're paying attention and being circumspect and vigilant, you're seeing that war is being, we hearing wars and rumors of wars, okay? We're seeing the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua gather these nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat to get this Battle of Armageddon started. All right, which Armageddon in the Hebrew is Harmageddon, which is mountain of troops. Okay, so the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gathering Iran, Russia, China, Israel, America, European countries, right? NATO, the NATO members, and they're all going to be gathered to the Middle East, okay, which is the Valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, they're gathering Ukraine, all these different wars that's happening. It's the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua mustering the hosts to the battle, and that battle is Armageddon, the war to end all wars, World War III. You got a precept? Let's get Zephaniah 3 and 8. You can hold what you got.
This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
There go that fire again. And that fire is that thermonuclear fire mixed with the fire that's going to come from the chariots.
Right.
All right? Because Yahweh and the angels going to be shooting down laser beams. Okay? Concentrated fire, as it speaks about in Romans, Revelation 19 and 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. Okay? And all that's going to be left and perceived is dust and the smell of smoke. Okay? So when those missiles hit, it's going to be zapping people and turning to dust, like you see on that movie with, what is it, Ted Cruz? War of the Worlds. Tom Cruise. I said Ted. Tom Cruise. War of the Worlds. Right. Yep. So, I asked for. No, you can read that again, Bob. I did get 6
This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Right, wait, meaning serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Do what's commanded in these scriptures. Because when you go sit down at the table, right, you got a waiter. Wait don't mean just sit there and look. Wait means serve. Be patient, okay? Don't turn to the left. You don't turn to the right outside of these scriptures. Go ahead, huh?
Until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Right, the prey. The Yahweh Shem Yahushua look at these other heathen nations as his prey. Okay? We are prey to the other nations, and they're predators. All right? Because they destroy us. They feed off of us. They get rich off of us. Okay? To Yahweh Shem Yahushua, these nations are his prey because he's coming to destroy them. All right? So that's ironic. But it's according to the scriptures. What they call it, when you go into a game or war and they think you're gonna lose, like Ryan Garcia, he was the underdog. The underdog is going, according to the scriptures, are the Israelites. And the nations that have been destroying us going to be destroyed by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead, huh?
For my determination is to gather the nations,
right,
that I may assemble the kingdoms.
That's mustering the hosts to the battle. Okay? Gathering the nations and assembling the kingdoms. Go ahead.
To pour upon them my indignation.
The indignation is his righteous anger that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to righteously judge and make war against these heathen nations. Go ahead, huh?
Even all my fierce anger.
Yeah, the Lord mad. He ain't happy. He mad. Why? Because the apple of his eyes being touched. His special people, the Israelites. Okay? And for the wickedness that they're promoting in the planet Earth. Go ahead, huh?
For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
The thermonuclear destruction, the war to end all wars. Okay? With the missiles from with the laser from the chariot. That was it. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 15, verse 20. Behold, say Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanon.
Right. So a world war is when all nations get involved. So all nations gonna be involved in this World War III to reverence the Lord. They ain't gonna be praising the Lord. Look, we need to sit down. We need to put dust on our head, rip our garments, and pray. No, the Lord is going to get praise in the earth when He destroys these nations. Go ahead, huh?
It says to turn themselves one against another.
So all these nations, they're going to turn against each other. All right? Even America's own allies is going to turn against her and burn her with fire. Can you get Revelation 17? Go ahead.
It says, and repay the things that they have done to them.
Right. And the them are the Israelites. So you heathen nations are going to be repaid for what you've done unto us. Some more there?
Yeah, there's a little bit more. Verse 21, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus say Yahweh of hosts. Right, just like our brother's going into. All this is being done because of the harm that has been brought upon God's chosen people, man. Amongst all these nations, they took part in our downfall, man, and they take great pleasure in the spoil of the benefit of us being in this position, man.
Right.
You see, all these nations, like our brother had mentioned in Psalms 83, they all know that they're taking part in destroying us, man.
Right.
You know, they're not oblivious. That's what we're up here for.
Right.
To bring that knowledge back to our people.
Right.
That we've been spoiled, man. That we have enemies.
Right.
And the top chief enemy is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom.
Right.
I was gonna say, elders always say, in order to tell a lie, one must know the truth.
Right. Right. In the book of Revelation, the 11th chapter said they wouldn't put our dead bodies to rest. Meaning they wouldn't give us the comfort of this truth. They wouldn't give us the truth, the rest that the truth provides us. Because now we rested in our mind and we sure that we're going to be saved out of this condition. Why? Because we are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
All right? But the nations, they know, but they won't tell us. Why? Because just like Laban was doing to Jacob, they're benefiting off of having us in that captivity, man. Go ahead, huh?
This is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast.
Right, the 10 horns is EU, all right, which used to be called the EEC, which is the European Economic Community, all right. Now they just call it the EU, the European Union. These are the 10 horns, all right. Go ahead, huh?
These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Right, so these European countries are going to turn their backs on America, and you already seen that with Britain. Okay, Britain, you had the Brexit. You know, they exited out of the European Union. Okay, supposedly. All right, but they still doing trade and all that together. So it's a bunch of confusion, really. All right, but you're seeing these European nations, they're having these disagreements with America because America is messing up their economy, all right, because of its own greed, destroying their energy, okay, destroying the way that they get food and all right. So these EU countries are going to turn their backs on America and burn her with fire, all right. See, America really don't have no allies in the grand scheme of things, all right. You got a point on it?
No.
Okay,
This is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 17. For the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill His will.
Right, so Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, real quick with your Revelation, so like Proverbs 21 and 1. Okay. That's the spirit.
This is Proverbs 21 verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh, and the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
Right. So these European countries shooting their missiles on America is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua making them do it by putting that evil thought in their mind to destroy America. It's all the Lord's doing. Even if they didn't want to destroy America by fire, they're going to do it. Because according to the scriptures, the king's hearts, all right, the rulers of these different countries is controlled by the Lord. Everybody on the planet Earth is under mind control from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay? We all just playing our roles.
This is Joshua chapter 11 and verse 19. There was not a city that made peace with the children of Israel, save the Hivites, the inhabitants of Gibeon. All others they took in battle, for it was the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to harden their hearts that they should come against Israel in battle,
Right.
that he might destroy, that he might destroy them utterly, and that they may have no favor, that he might destroy them as the Lord commanded Moses. So that's an example of the Lord, assembling the nations. He's putting it in their minds, hey, this is what you're going to do, because guess what? You're going to fulfill my will. And this is what he did in the old times, and this is what he's doing in modern times. When Joshua went in, all the other nations came up against him, knowing that they were scared and that they had Yahweh Hashem Yahushua behind them, knowing they had a power. So they utterly destroyed him, man, woman, and child. And that's what the Lord is doing in modern times, assembling these 10 toes, NATO and the EU. So, to come again to fulfill his will.
Some more on that? Let's go. No, you had something else?
I got the
No, it's cool.
Isaiah 13 verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Right. They come from a far country. They are the ICBM missiles that come from a far country. It's in the name. ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. So going from continent to continent. All right. And according to the science, if a brother get that in 2nd Ezra 16, it's the arrows is sent to the end of the world. I believe it's 2nd Ezra 16. As a mighty orchard, or they shine. I gotta not stop them sent to the end of the world. But hold up, Bob Shaki, you get that real quick again.
Can I read this definition real quick?
God,
Ballistic. I just wanted to look it up to see what it said. 1775, pertaining to construction and use of thrown objects. To throw reach of rockets or missiles, ones that are guided while under propulsion but fall freely.
right. What's gonna throw the missiles? The shallow, that arrow, what is called the bow in the scriptures. That's what it's gonna be doing, the throwing. And according to the science, well, I'll let the brother read the scripture.
Hold on. Can I?
Okay,
you got it. They attain extreme heights, hence figurative expression go ballistic, become irrationally angry.
Right. Look, they go very high. They go into the upper atmosphere, and then they come back down in great speed. You got it, huh? That was it? Go ahead.
Isaiah 13 verse 5, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh.
The end of heaven. From Russia to America. That's the end of the earth. That's two opposite sides of the earth. China, America. Korea, which is North Korea, South Korea too. They got missiles. They're going to shoot them bad boys off too. To America. All right? Majority of the missiles are coming here to America. Different parts of the earth is going to get hit too, like Israel in different other parts. All right, go ahead.
Even Yahweh and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Right, this is all the weapons of Yahweh Shem Yahushua indignation. We're going to use these as tools to destroy America. Okay? Go ahead, and then we'll get back to that Isaiah.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 13. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow.
Right, strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, which is the missile shallows. That's the bow. Okay? Go ahead.
His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, right, and shall not miss.
They ain't gonna miss. All right? Even with your S-400s, S-300s, the missile defense systems, the missiles are still not going to miss their target. Because the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be in those missiles to guide them to their target. It's going to hit ground zero, man. And those missiles, when they hit above the earth. That shit crazy. So it's going to be like an oven. And then all that nuclear wind is going to do most of the destroying. When the missiles hit, you get a wind that come off of it. Let's get Jeremiah 51. Go ahead,
So like if I can make a quick point too, when read that again, Brother Deshaun.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 13. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
And the Lord just showed you that recently. Iran shot some duds, and they got intercepted, but the real ones didn't get intercepted. So what that mean? They hit their mark over in our Holy Land. That was light work. That was just pregame. That was warm up. But when that scripture comes, that's mainly going to be here in Babylon the Great.
Right. It says, if you listen to the American puppet news, they said they shot down 99% of the targets, but that was a lot. Yeah. Iran hit the targets, which they weren't trying to hit civilians. They were trying to hit different Israeli camps, and they hit their targets. All right. Now you're gonna find that on alternative media, but CNN gonna tell you none of the missiles hit. All right. Yeah, they hit their target, and it was through strategy. They sent their duds first, then they let their good missiles come close. So it was a whole bunch of missiles hitting at the same time, and the missile defense system couldn't stop them all, man. Right. All right.
As well as now they have an idea of where their missile defense systems are. Right. And they made them spend a whole bunch of money,
right,
trying to defend against old technology. They were just lobbing some over there, right. That's a pump fake. Right. They hit them with the pump fake, and then they spend all their money on that pump fake. Guess what? Now it's ready, set, go.
Right.
And while they're scrambling, trying to get back ready, we know where your defenses are. We know how it works. We know how to, how to go around it. It's just strategy.
Right. Naked, wide open. Right. They said Israel spent billions defending the missiles, but Iran spent millions shooting off old missiles. Yeah. All right. So Israel is in a vulnerable position right now. And who they gonna call on? America. And that's according to the scriptures, that the least of the flock should draw them out. Okay? Israel is going to drag America into this third world war. Right. Israel is trying to fulfill the scriptures. They're trying to fulfill the scripture where it says Israel is going to have control over the whole world. But you're not the true Israelites. That prophecy is for us. They call it the Greater Israel Project. All right?
And Salakia, Ukraine is now saying, wait a minute. Y'all over there shooting down missiles, from Iran for Israel. Y'all need to bring y'all's ass over here and do the same thing.
Right. That's more small headers too. A lot of those Ukrainians are small heads.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
So that's even more the least of the flock drawing them out.
Yeah, their president.
Zelensky, his 60.
This is Jeremiah 51 verse 1. Thus say Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind.
And that destroying wind is that nuclear wind. Okay? It's going to do the sweeping. Let's get that. Isaiah 14 and around about 23.
Isaiah 14 and 23. I will also make it a possession for the bitter and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction.
Right. So that's that mighty wind in Jeremiah 51, that besom of destruction. A besom is a sweeping agent. And that nuclear wind is going to be doing the sweeping. And who is going to sweep? Is going to sweep all you Edomites.
Right.
All right? From, okay, you said what? Okay. He's going to sweep all you Edomites from the East Coast to the West Coast. All right? He's going to sweep all you heathen nations that's still over here, and all you wicked Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that believe in the so-called white man. All right? Which in the scripture called the image of the beast. All right? You believe in the image of the beast, which is Esau, the so-called white man's system, and the way he got it set up. All right? You're going to get caught in this nuclear destruction. But what we doing, we trying to act in the works of faith to escape that day, man. All right? You get, Jeremiah 1. Oh, that was, we finished that one. Let's get, Job 5. Oh, you got it, copy.
The last one, Isaiah 14.
All right, this is Isaiah 14 and 23. That word besom is Strong's H4 Strong's H292. All right, and then go to the outline of biblical usage. It's broom, a besom. And if you scroll down to the Strong's definition, it's a broom as removing dirt, dust to remove dust. Besom.
Right, so the besom is a sweeping agent, the besom of destruction. That's that nuclear wind, all right, which the nuclear missiles with this updated technology take less than 30 minutes to get over here. So Rick Ross talking about a bunker. Nigga, that shit ain't gonna work. And even if you did make it to your bunker, everybody on the shores of America, Kylie Jenner, bitch, that shit ain't gonna work. Everything in the shores of America is gonna be destroyed, man.
Right.
All right, all you doomsday preppers, all right, nuclear destruction is coming, which you can't prep enough for, man. The only prepping that an Israelite can do is come back to these scriptures in truth and sincerity and follow the doctrine of GMS, all right?
When it says the rock shall fall upon them. So if you deep down in the earth, when the earth rock to and fro from those ICBM thermonuclear missiles, what's underneath it? Like, it's nothing but gravel under the earth. It's a bunch of rocks. Like, you're going to be trapped. Yeah. So what happens when you run out of food?
Get that,
how you going to get out?
Revelation 6, in the last couple verses. You got it.
This is Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 1. Woe to them.
Real quick, let that brother read this. Job 5:19.
Okay, done. This is Job 5, verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles.
Right.
Yeah.
The sixth trouble is when the nuclear missiles are shot off. All right? That's the sixth trouble. Also, is equal to the sixth trump. All right? The trump, and it says trump in the wood. The trump and the troubles are synonymous. All right? Go ahead.
And it says, yeah, even 7, there shall no evil touch thee.
That evil is the thermonuclear missiles. All right? As it was written in Isaiah 54:17, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper. That's talking about the nuclear missiles are not going to touch the elect. All right? Go ahead. But a nuclear destruction is not going to destroy the elect. You got it out.
Verse 20, it says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
Right. So that fifth trumpet coming in is when the Most High bringing that judgment. which goes into the pale horse, the black horse written in Revelation, the 6th chapter. That's going into the time of Jacob's trouble. During the time of Jacob's trouble, all right, when there's going to be nothing but anarchy in the street, which is lawlessness, all right, there's going to be a stoppage of transportation and groceries coming in, all right. The government is going to have rations going out to the people, okay. If you have the MOTB, you'll get your rations. But if you don't have the MOTB, which is the C here, the chip, the RFID, okay, you ain't gonna get no rations. They're gonna be a famine for you. All right. Some gonna be in concentration camps. All right. Some gonna be on the run. All right. Brothers might run into a, but we're gonna read it. Go ahead, read it.
On verse 21, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the ton, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
Well, read verse 20.
Oh, okay, verse 20. Yeah. Job 5, verse 20, in famine he shall redeem thee.
Right, in famine, the Lord is going to redeem thee. He's going to deliver the elect from the famine.
Right.
All right, famine is coming. It's no coincidence. All over America, you have these different distribution companies catching on fire. Bread companies, all right, food companies. Esau destroying the cattle, saying they got COVID. All right, that's all gonna lead to the famine. All right. Also, this war with Ukraine and Russia is gonna lead to famine. It ain't hit yet, but it's coming because between Russia and Ukraine, they own over 50% of the grain and wheat that's produced in the world. You got it, huh?
And if I may, how it said, in famine he shall redeem thee from death. So this famine that's coming, that's what it's going to produce. It's going to produce death, man.
Right. And it's better to die by a gunshot, all right, or somebody hitting you upside the head with a bat, because that's what's coming. What they call that? Purge.
Right.
Purge, all those different type of movies, doomsday movies, all that's coming to America, but it's going to be 100 times worse than that. All right? Okay. Okay, you got it.
You got it. You can read it out. Lamentation chapter 4, verse 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
Right, so the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is bringing a famine. And a lot of the people here in America and throughout the earth, mainly here in America though, are going to be caught up in this famine. But it ain't going to be easy. You're going to pine away. When you pine away, your body start eating itself. And you know, Americans, they can't go an hour without putting something in their mouth.
Right.
Even if it's a piece of gum. So you don't even know what hunger feels like. If you hungry, you irritated and mad. So imagine the mindset of the people when there ain't no food, man. All right? These people they ain't gonna care for each other. That's why the scripture says in brother, if you can get that Matthew 24, what was it, like 23 or 13, somewhere up in there, when iniquity shall abound, the people shall wax cold. Also, can you get, I think that was the end of that. If you want to speak on it. Okay, come.
But you said you went right into it.
For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field.
You're going to pine away. You're going to be like the cartoons hallucinating and think you see a hot dog or something. You're going to start eating in person. All right, because cannibalism is coming back, man. All right, you're going to be so thirsty, you're going to be like Bugs Bunny thought he seen a pool of water. All right, it ain't going to be nothing but concrete. And that's what happened, man, when you start pining away that, what they call that? It start with an A. Ammonia. The ammonia, which we naturally produce ammonia in our body, when it goes to your brain, it causes hallucination effects. It make you go crazy and shit like that. So that's gonna happen, man. Let's get what that brother got. You got that out? Read that and then get 2 Ezra 6 and 20.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Right, because iniquity shall abound with its iniquity, sin. There's going to be lawlessness here in the streets of America and throughout the world. All right? So sin shall abound, but sin is abounding now, man. Esau is in power. Okay? Esau let everything be, even though he got a judicial system. That shit ain't really doing nothing, man. Okay, all this wickedness, everything is wide open now. Esau didn't let wickedness reign, so guess what? Iniquity shall abound. All right, and the heart of the people was starting to wax cold. All right, so when it's talking about the people heart waxing cold, that cold goes into psycho. These people are turning to psychopaths, man. All right, you just had the woman doing the eclipse. She stabbed up her husband, got on the highway of California, threw her children out, killed the 9-month, and then left the 9-year-old with eternal trauma. All right, then you just had a father to kill his wife, killed himself, killed his 21-year-old son. Well, I think he was 19 or 21. Killed his 15-year-old son, killed and left the 9-year-old or the 10-year-old by herself. That's some psychotic shit, man. All right, so the Lord is bringing to pass these scriptures, slowly but for surely, by and by. What's the other word? Periodically, or a little bit at a time. I forget the word that I'm looking for, but all that applies.
Increments.
Increments is another word.
I was gonna say, you also
got
had a Jake that was pouring like antifreeze in his 2-year-old, and I think it is milk or whatnot, man. Like these people are going crazy and crazy, but we're living in a time of judgment, so it's no surprise to us. Hey, but as the scriptures say, the love of many shall wax cold.
Right.
Waxing something, hey, it's gonna keep
covered.
Yeah.
They gonna get thick too.
Yeah.
Right. So the people are just getting more immoral as they continue to live under Western influence, man. All right. So you got that up?
Yeah.
Where it talk about the free and they gonna care for each other because of lack of breed.
Oh, I got that.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
No, you got it. Okay.
This is 2 Ezra 6.
I'm at 15 or something.
Okay, you got 15. Read 15 too. Okay, get 6 and 24 real quick.
Okay, I got this is 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 24.
It's like it started 22. That's what
This is 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Right, that's the famine. Okay, when Yahweh Shem Yahushua said in Job, was it 5 and 20? That in famine I shall redeem thee. The sown place is gonna be unsown. All right, your farms. There ain't gonna be no food to go run to a farm. Which here in America we don't know what a farm's at. All right, they somewhere in Nebraska.
Like you said, you got Mr. Gates of Hell buying up all the farmland,
Right.
And in there, the government is subsidizing farmers not to sow.
Right.
You know?
Right. So all that's playing into the sown places appearing unsown. Yep. Also, you're going to have your warehouses. Okay? You're going to have your warehouses, HEB warehouse, Kroger's, Walmart. All those places, you ain't going to find no food there. After 3 days, after the people that ransacked them places, ain't going to be no food. Your grocery store, they say they got a supply of food for 3 days. That's a lot.
Right.
We seen that during Harvey. Harvey, in 1 day, all the food in HEB was gone. Right. Okay? All the sown place is going to appear unsown. All right? Go ahead. Huh?
The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
The full storehouses. Okay? Your warehouses that store food. You know? Grocery supply. I know a couple people that work there. There ain't gonna be no food there. They showed that in Harvey. When Harvey hit and the water was still at chest high, niggas was running up in grocery supply still in the Similac. They had nigga got on the forklift, pulled the Similac out the goddamn shelf, put it on the back of the truck. All this shit gonna be happening in America, man. Just straight out chaos, man. Go ahead, huh?
This is 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 23. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid.
Right, the trumpet that they blew late over there in Hawaii.
Oh, man.
Right. It said, we blew the trumpet. It was kind of late, wasn't it? They got sirens around, set up in the states and the cities. They're going to be blowing these sirens, all right? Just like they did in the Purge. They had the Osiris. Go ahead,
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with them, and the springs of the fountains shall stand still and not flow for 3 hours.
Right, because there ain't going to be no truth going on. Everybody going to be looking for answers from the government. What their answers is? Well, what you don't know, the government ain't telling you. We'll give you a secret. They're going to be the ones that cause the chaos. Esau, Edom, is the sword of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and he using Esau to do a controlled demolition. Order out of chaos. He destroying his own system. This third industry that he created, he's destroying it. Manufacturing, all that, people going to work at plants. Esau getting rid of that. He's starting over. They call it the 4th Industrial Revolution. Order out of chaos. Right. He bringing this new world order through chaos, and we reading about it.
If I can make a quick point too, they manufacturing the famine. They're hoarding up all the food.
Yep.
As the brother say, we're gonna give you more secrets.
Right.
You got TikTok videos, or you see it on Instagram or Facebook. You got truckers going to these little underground places delivering a lot of food and water. Hey, that means that there's less for the people that's going to be above ground.
Right. It ain't no hope for you American people, man. Your own government has declared you enemies of the state. You ain't know that? You are considered enemies to your own government. All right? But right now they still feeding you like that sheep and that pig, they getting you fat. So when they take away that food, you so dependent on your government, you gonna run for help. Help me. And they gonna say, look, put this in your right hand on your forehead so you can eat and so you can drink. So you can buy and you can sell. All right?
And they're going to give you that UBI, that Universal Basic Income. That's going to be the cherry on top.
Right.
Come get you some food, come get you some water, and we're going to give you some digital currency.
Right. And it's going to be right along with that digital ID that Bill Gates said your bank account going to be on.
Right.
All that is going to be the grapho that's in the Quran. And if you know, you know. All right? If you don't know, you need to go to GMS MOTB. What is the mark? What is all that? Revelation 13, 16, 17. Just type it in. Yeah. Okay, that's the answer, and that's the future of America or the world. That's the future of the world because it's a global system. Okay, all the EU countries then bought into it. They say 98% of the countries in the world has considered getting a CBDC, which is a central bank digital currency.
One more quick point. When I was in Atlanta with the brothers, shalom to the occupant in Atlanta, but I was at a convention center, and they had an Amazon One little strip to where you can take the money off your card, and when you're coming out, you can just scan your palm. They got the little palm reader, so they're gradually programming you to get ready for the micro karagma.
Right.
And that's the spirit. Because I just did a lesson on that earlier. I didn't get a chance to do it when I was out there, but hey, that's the spirit we in right now. That micro karagma is here. But hey, once it's fully implemented, then people gonna realize what the MOTB really is.
Right. And once the MOTB, which is the C-HIP, is made mandatory, not too long after that, Yahweh shall coming to deliver his elect.
That's right. Because
according to Job, the 20th chapter, when he's about to fill his belly, okay, the Most High gonna cast his fury upon him by the way of these thermonuclear missiles. See, all the scriptures, they tie into each other.
Right.
Okay? It's all a big story in a puzzle, and the Most High gave his secrets to the servants, the prophets, to bring it out to you, Israelite, so you could be in fear. Okay? So you could be in fear to come back and serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, to come to repent. And what is repenting? To acknowledge this truth and to do according to what the truth commanded us to do. All right? Because even Ezra said, woe is me, who should deliver me in these days. All right? So the fear that we bringing out, they said we fear monger. Yes, we is mongering fear. We are bringing fear out of you, man. So what? You will turn to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for protection. This is only for the Israelites. because it's the only way to escape from all this madness and mayhem that's coming. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all those that I have told thee shall be rescued, and shall see my salvation and the end of the time.
And the end of the time is Esau time.
That's right.
All right? So read that again, Bob.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all those that I have told thee shall be rescued.
The famine remain after the famine, the pestilences, because they talking about disease X. X is for anything. It could be anything. All right? And don't you know all these big corporations, all right, these elite, they have the ability to create world-destroying pestilences. They have the patents to it. They have the technology and the scientists with the science to genetically modify a flesh-eating disease that could encompass the whole world. This is what's coming. All right? So those that remain after these times shall be rescued. And how are we going to be rescued? Okay? By faith and by works. Okay? You can't have faith without works. All right? Say you believe you're an Israelite, well, you have to do the works of an Israelite. And what are the works of an Israelite? Faith. You got to believe everything in the scriptures and do what the scriptures say do. Right. If you don't believe the MOTB, if you don't believe the MOTB, the mark of the animal, the beast, right, is the C hip, okay, potato chip, then you ain't going to be rescued, man. All right? And everything else, you believe in hell, the hell doctrine, you're not going to be rescued. You believe I can eat what I want, I can do what I want, God love me, He going to forgive me, you're not going to be rescued, man. All right, go ahead.
Or if you believe that Yahweh Shai loved Esau,
woo,
hey,
you're not going to be rescued. Right. If you believe that there's no such thing as chariots, all right, or so-called UFOs, you ain't gonna make it, because that's the way we gonna make it. Come on, man.
Yeah, your salvation coming and you running away from it.
Right. You talking about call the police. Come on, man. Go ahead, all right.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all those that I have told thee shall be rescued, and shall see my salvation and the end of a time.
Right. Well, see, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, salvation, which is coming by Yahweh Shah and the angels. When they come from the sky, they're going to come from the spirit realm. They're going to invade the earth. It's going to be an alien invasion. Okay? Alien just means stranger. Okay? The Yahweh Shah and the angels are coming to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay? And then the end of an age, the end of Esau's rulership, the end of America, the end of NATO and the EU, the end of Russia, the end of China. It's going to be a new world. Okay? Right. It's going to be the Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Right. Okay? The Israelites are going to rule. Okay? It's going to be end of a time, then beginning of a time. Okay?
Yeah, I was going to say, if you jump up in that same chapter, 2nd Ezra 6, 7 through 9, it's the brother going into it. It clearly explains that.
God. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 26. And the people who are accepted shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the hearts of those that dwell on earth shall be changed and turned to another disposition.
2nd Ezra 15, 1 Thessalonians the 4th chapter, Revelation 11th chapter, Isaiah 26 and 20. So many scriptures talk about the elect is going to be delivered by Yahweh Shah when He come back. And it says they are alive. Boy, those that make it to the end are alive when Yahweh Shah come back, going to be stressed the hell out. It's bad times coming, man. A time like never before. All right, but at the same time, peace. Because Yahweh Hashem Shah going to have spiritual power out here. The angels going to be out here. All right? So as it says, scarcely saved. This salvation is going to be like the hair of our chinny chin chin. All right? You're going to be like, woo! I thought it was over with. All right? But that's just the mercy and the long suffering that Yahweh Shemel Shah shown on the elect. For what? For doing the work right now, man. This is an investment towards our salvation. Coming out here to the highways and the byways, doing the videos through the week, being taking order, taking rebuke, okay, falling in line with the instructions of these scriptures is all a righteous sacrifice. For what? For the end time, so we can escape the wrath to come. That was it on that? You got it, Cloud. I just got to
This is a Revelation. This is Revelation 2 and 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end.
Right, he that overcometh. He is specifically talking about Israelites, okay? Starting with the men, okay, that overcome. Overcome what? This evil world, this wicked world, okay? These bad times that we're living in, all right? Whether it's overcoming yourself, overcoming false doctrine, overcoming this world, all right? Overcoming a woman, overcoming all of it, man, all right? And keeping the faith, standing solid, standing firm in this truth, okay? Go ahead.
Revelation 2 and 26, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end.
Keeping my works, which is the scriptures. Go ahead.
To him will I give power over the nation.
Just the reward. First, we have to go through the gauntlet, the rite of passage. All right. Then the reward comes after that, which is being in the new kingdom, Yahweh Shah's kingdom, and being joint heirs with Yahweh Shah, and we're going to have slaves.
That's right.
Okay? They're going to be doing all the laborers' work that we do. They're going to be the ones picking the cotton. They're going to be the ones getting the tobacco. They're going to be the ones building the roads. All right? They're going we're going to have trains and shit. They're going to be the ones building the roads. They're going to be ones doing the sewer system. All right? They're going to be ones getting the ox and the work horses and the mules and the asses, doing the agriculture. All right?
Burying those bodies.
That's the first line of work.
That's first.
Right? They're going to be the ones on the camel bringing us all the jewels and the gold. All right? Incense. Right, slaves. You know? You're going to be like Django.
Yeah.
All right? They're going to have the caves with Jake in the back of it. They're going to be bringing slaves too. We need that. Go ahead, huh?
Verse 27, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
That ain't nothing nice. Have you ever seen somebody rule with a rod of iron? This is physical and it's symbolic. Okay? Gonna rule with a rod of iron, physically have a rod of iron. And what does the rod of iron symbolize? Harsh judgment. Okay? He said we're gonna boast in the Gentiles' glory. We're gonna boast over them, man. We ain't gonna be nothing nice. Say about, hey, Salakia, man, can you build that for me? Hell no, nah. Get your ass to work.
Right.
All right? We're gonna be the new crackers, man. All right? And if people think about crackers as white folks, the reason they got the name crackers is because they cracked the whip, man. All right?
Or the new massa. I remember hearing that elder apostles going to that. That word massa, if I'm not mistaken, it's pretty much like an overseer, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Like a oppressor or something like that. So like if I butchered that, but hey, we gonna be the masters.
Right.
Like the brother said, get your ass to work. It ain't none of that. Like I used to work retail, regional managers will come. Hey, well, everything's already clean, act like you're working. No, it's gonna be something to do.
Right.
The roads need to be clean. The gold roads, we need to be able to see ourselves when we walk. And it's gonna be a lot of work to do.
Isaiah 14 and verse 2. Well, starting in 1. Go ahead, huh?
Revelation 2 and 27, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of potter, as the vessels of a potter, shall they be broken to shivers.
We as Israelites, especially the men that believe in this truth, we shouldn't have no problem with this scripture because we got broke up, all right? Falling dead in the cotton fields, tobacco fields, falling dead in the gold mines, the silver mines. They're going to be you heathen. Work till you drop, okay? It's going to be sun up to sun down. Don't nobody know sun up to sun down better than us. So we work from nighttime in the morning to nighttime at night, man. You're going to get broke up. Go ahead, huh?
Revelation 2:27, last part, it says, even as I received of my Father.
So Yahweh shall receive this blessing from his Father when the word in the call Jesus Christ. All right? You don't know Yahweh Shah, man. All right? You speaking about Yahweh Shah and who you even call Jesus being about love. You don't know Yahweh Shah, man. He got the blessing in Psalms, the 2nd chapter, to have reign over these heathens. All right? The brother can jump in, but I want you to get that Psalm 2 real quick. And then brother want that 149. That's Psalms 2. Yahweh, who the word in the call Jesus Christ is not coming to love everybody. He coming to rule over you heathen nations, man. Over the world, especially over you heathen. Okay? If an Israelite man got 10 slaves, which is real low ball. If he got 1,000 slaves, 10,000 slaves, Yahweh Shah gonna have 10 million. All right? Go ahead, huh?
This is Psalms chapter 2, starting at verse 7. I will declare the decree that the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, hath said unto me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee.
This is Yahweh blessing his son Yahweh Shah. Okay, go ahead.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
That's the first thing he said. He said, ask me, and I'm going to give your whole creation, because Yahweh Shah created everything. I'm going to give the heathen for your inheritance. Okay? So, when as being heirs of the kingdom and joint heirs with Yahweh Shah, we're going to be given slaves too, brother. Ready? Revelation 2nd chapter. Yahweh Shah got an inheritance of slaves, okay, specifically for him. You can do according to the scriptures, according to the law. We're going to handle our slave, okay. If we hang our slave, he's going to be let down before the sun go down. That's according to the scriptures. All right, the scriptures told us, according to the law, the Israelite man can have slaves, not of his Israelite brother, but of the bondmen and the bondwomen should be of the heathen. Okay, that's according to the law. According to the law of the Bible, slavery is lawful. Okay, you got it, huh?
And the uttermost parts of the earth for my possession, for thy possession.
The whole world, uttermost parts is the whole world for thy possession. You're going to rule over the whole earth. Go ahead.
Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron.
This is Yahweh Shah blessing. You're going to break the heathen with a rod of iron. Okay, go ahead.
Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Have you ever seen a person dash to pieces? I mean, I've seen a couple flicks on YouTube about people getting stoned to death, but broken into pieces? Goodness gracious. All right? Go ahead, huh? Read to the bottom.
Okay, this is verse 10. This is Psalms 2 and verse 10. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings.
It's talking to the elect of the nation of Israel. Because aren't we called king and priest? All right? That's what our status is going to be in the world to come. So the kings are talking about starting with the elect of the nation of Israel. Listen up. Go ahead.
Be instructed, ye judges of the earth.
Right. I believe what's that 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter? It said, don't you know that ye are judges? All right? We are the judges of the future world to come. We're gonna lay down the law, the do's and the do-nots. Go ahead.
Serve the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
See, this is what we have to do before we receive the blessing. Go ahead.
With fear and rejoice with trembling.
Right. So the mindset of man of the Lord that believe in his truth is serving. Okay. If you don't know what to do in his truth, serve. Okay. Serve, bring out this truth, do your lessons, come out to the highways and the byways, be your brother. All that is serving. Put yourself last, and give all your effort to serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah in fear and in trembling. Okay? In the fear that if I don't do what the Lord tell me to do, he gonna jack me up.
That's right.
All right? If I don't do this lesson, I might be on my way to go see somebody and have a good time, and I might not make it there.
Right. Go see the spirit.
Fear the Lord. All right, go ahead.
Verse 12. kiss the Son, lest he be angry.
Kiss the Son. All right? Meaning worship the Son. All right? Who is the Son? Yahushua. Okay? Because we as Israelites, we don't have access to the Father without Yahushua. All right? So kiss the Son. Worship Yahushua. All right? Go ahead.
And ye perish from the way.
That ye perish. Right? Read it again, Yahushua.
It says, kiss the Son, lest he be angry,
Right.
and ye perish from the way.
Right? Because as Yahushua said, all power and judgment has been given to me from my Father. All right? So Yahushua, he's an austere man, and he don't play. All right? He want to be served. As he served when he came to the earth, that's our job. Okay? The servant is not greater than the master. Go ahead.
His wrath is kindled but a little.
Right.
Blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
Right. Blessed are all they that have faith, that believe, that have hope in him. All right? And we read a little bit of part of those blessings is the heathen, the rulership of the world, man. All right? So, go to this guy. Right. If you want to read it, John, get the book of Psalms.
This is Psalms chapter 149, starting at verse 6. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
As we was going into, hey, that first job, hey, burying the bodies from World War III, Armageddon, Mountain of Troops. Hey, it's gonna be a lot of bodies to be buried. But it's gonna be first these so-called nobles. I say so-called because they're really not noble. You got these high up, these elites. I really hate calling them elite because really there's nothing elite about them.
Right.
Personally. But
Base men.
yeah, you got the lowest of the low, like the brother said, this is the basis of men.
This is Psalm chapter 149 and verse 9. To execute upon the judgment written, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
And the saints are the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Yeah.
This is Psalm chapter 148 and verse 14. He also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel.
So the children of Israel are the saints.
A people near unto him, praise ye the Lord.
Praise
Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Praise ye Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're the apple of his eye. Again, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Also, the Israelite foreigners. If your genealogy goes back to the 12 tribes, you're Israelite. If this resonates with you, hey, more than likely you're an Israelite. And if you can come into this truth, then you're definitely an Israelite.
This is 2 Ezra 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecies, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord.
So Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, he revealed his secrets unto his servants the prophets. So we are here to prophesy. You know, the Lord speaks through us and for us. You know, we're just vessels. Hey, what we going into? A continuous employment. That's a prophecy. That hasn't happened yet for the heathen. Hey, ruling with the two-edged sword. That hasn't happened yet. Hey, all of these things will come to pass. The Lord's word does not go out void.
This is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, 39 and verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. All right, God. And that's the mindset of the elect, man. All right, they're occupied in the prophecies. All right, they aren't worried about the cares of this world. Right. Okay, that's true men in the Lord right there. All right, all they focus on is prophecy, man. That's what we're commanded to do. Like in 2 Ezra 15, all right, speak in the ears of our people, all right, the words of prophecy.
And that's whether they hear or whether they forbear.
See? Verse 2. This is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Verse 3, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
So don't be troubled when we're prophesying, you're going into these prophecies and they don't believe, these people in this world. Hey, they don't have nothing to do with you. Focus on the prophecies. Hey, some major prophecies that are ahead. The MOTB, the microcaragma. Hey, I don't even like say this around the corner. It's here. Hey, all they got to do is make it mandatory. Hey, they're going to continue to push it as the brothers be going into on the Thursday Lives, Koran Bad and Elder Tazapad. Hey, each week it's getting closer and closer as war is heating up also. That's another prophecy, World War III. Hey, World War III is here. You can see them gathering in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the so-called Middle East.
You see where Apostle Tahar came out with a video where it's 11 nations in Africa that have already, accepted the that Quran, that digital law. They've already said, it was in Kenya where Mr. Gates was over there talking to the president, talking about, hey, you need to jab up the newborn babies with these caragmas, as soon as they're born. And guess what? It's gonna be right here in the U.S. of A. real soon, because he's gonna come straight to the end of. The end of what was he said, hey, look, you can't have no more stamps, right. You can't have no more benefits unless you bring them kids up here and get their little tag. Right. They all, guess what? They're gonna be lines out the door.
Yeah, I just seen a clip not too long ago. You had I believe she's some form of military personnel. Her and her husband. Yeah, her and her husband was in the grocery store. And he was in shock. He didn't believe her. He thought she was lying about having the microcaragma inside of her. She paid with it. And as they're leaving the grocery store, she's telling him, our children gonna get it. He like, no, they're not. But we gonna see. As the scriptures say, women have compassed the man. Hey, the women are above. So even if he say no, as the brother going into, hey, if Esau Edom say, hey, we gonna get them children that grain of rice. Hey, they gonna get it. There ain't nothing he gonna be able to do about it.
But the bad thing about it is, once you get it, he's still gonna cut your ass off. He's still gonna cut you off. Cause okay, you think you're gonna get some benefits until you get it, and then guess what? He gonna say, "Ta, gotcha." Just like with that jump shot that y'all took. Gotcha. Because guess what? All the people that didn't take it, they went back to work. And with no repercussions whatsoever. But all of y'all that, ran down there, but they're going to fire me. Some people held out, and guess what? They still around. Ain't none of them had that sudden death syndromes.
And then with the chip, that woman said it was mandatory for the military to get it. She said it's mandatory.
I'm going to ask this one chick I know in the military.
Yep. She said it was mandatory. I remember Jake back in about 2-3 years ago about the jab. He said, I got to get it. He said, I got to get the jab. They're going to kick me out the military. So with the MOTB, they got to get that. She said, well, my children going to get it. The husband said, no, they're not. She said, they are, but they got to be over 3 years old. So it's coming. All right, and then the brother said, Esau gonna take away the benefits. Just because you got the chip don't mean you good. Because if you speak against the government, all they gotta do is digital. Press the button. They take away all the little money that they put on there through the IBM. And then the scripture say you get the MOTB, and ain't gonna be no hiding. You camps. You other camps, you don't believe that the MOTB is the chip. You get it, it's gonna be seen. You do a video, you're gonna have some pus coming out your damn hand, man.
Right.
all at your forehead. All right? You're going to cause cancer. All right? You got it.
And there's Proverbs 4, verse 16, it says, "For they sleep not," and this is going into Esau, "for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall." And that's the mindset of Esau. Even though, like the brother was going into, they're going to make it seem like it's a benefit for you to get this MOTB. But their true intention is always to bring mischief, to cause a problem, man. They're not for your benefit, man. Esau, Edom is always his intentions is to cause chaos and ultimately for your rebellious towards Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because with that MOTB, that whole system is for his benefit of being worshipped. You see, he has a God complex, and within that system is for that. So he could have all authority, and he has the say-so in the end-all, be-all when it comes to your life, man. But that's his mindset. He doesn't go to sleep unless some mischief takes place, man. Unless there's some sort of chaos, man.
Right. Aaron Russo said that with what's his name? The raspy voice. Alex Jones. Right. Aaron Russo broke it down. Alex Jones, what is the elite plan? He said to clip everybody, to insert, to subnormal everybody with that grain of rice. And if you don't comply, you have a beef against your government. He said they could just turn it off.
And like the brothers going into that God complex, what happens on that microcharagma, he can track your location, he can track your banking, your insurances, like whether it's on your car, your house, your vitals. Like when you have like these Apple watches or Samsung watches, what it does, it tracks your vitals. And then they have like certain things now to where they want to predict certain diseases and things that will come to pass. That's part of having that God-like process. I mean, that God-like possession.
This is Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Hey, butter is real soft. It's real smooth.
Right.
Hey, he gonna sweet talk you, as they used to say back in the day. He gonna sweet talk you.
Right.
But at the end of the day, war is in his heart. War is on his mind. When you go into heart, that's a lot.
Right.
Hey, the war is in his mind. And what comes with war? Death, destruction, mourning, and sorrow.
Right.
Hey, you gonna get sent to the spirit world. That's the whole point of war. In order to get peace, you gotta what? Get rid of your enemy.
Right.
It says, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were there drawn swords.
Oil is real slick.
Right.
I like it. It's smooth. It's like real slick. Like, hey, yeah, it's real soft. He gonna talk to you. Hey, you might pat you on the back. Hey, brother. He gonna, hey, brother.
So, 12.
Yeah, read that last word against the lock. Oh, Slocky, I got it. Draw swords. Hey, part of that sword, like the brother's going into that big poke.
Right.
Get that juicy juice. Hey, he was talking to you real smooth, like, hey, real slick. Surely you won't catch the rodents. I just made it up for him. Surely you won't catch it. But you got even some of the top people who claim that they so-called got juiced up. They ended up catching it more than once, as a matter of fact. So how is that possible? And at the end of the day, it wasn't even the V word, it wasn't even what it was actually considered. Right. Because what it really was a type of therapy to your DNA. Right. It's an alteration. I like to use that word. It's an alteration to you, it was to change you. Right. Why? So when they start pushing these frequencies out, like when you're watching the movie Kingsman, things are gonna be chaotic. But even like in the movie Kingsman, this devil Esau Edom, he wants to bring things order out of chaos. But once that chaos breaks out, he's not gonna be able to control it like he was in the movie. Turning up the frequencies. hey, even if he turned it up or down, the Lord, hey, we're going to bring it. I think we brought it out, Proverbs 21:1. The heart of these kings are in the hands of the Lord. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So if you want us to turn up, it's going to be turned up.
Right. At a point, going into his mouth is smoother than butter. All right, and it's going, and that's also with the MOTB. All right, because they're gonna sweet talk you with it. Oh, look, with the MOTB, you can pay without a card. Yeah, convenient. You can open up a door. Like you can't open up a door with just your hand.
Right.
Or with a key.
Right.
Or you can open up the door. All right. Or you can get fed. Now you can eat.
Right. Right.
All right, but that's when they trap you. Okay. Now you have no more freedom no more. Right. It's gonna be to the point where you eat something, they're gonna know what you ate.
Yep.
All right, they're gonna know the stomach contents because when your food's digesting, all right, your blood pressure raises up.
Right.
All right, and certain other the foods, your body absorbs it, and then the nutrients goes into your blood, so they're gonna know what you eat.
Right.
Oh, you ate some meat. Oh, you got to shut up and shit now.
Right.
Now you're not gonna have no freedom.
Right.
All right, that's being soft as butter, man. He's gonna drag you in with all the comforts and the conveniency,
right,
and then ensnare you, man, with no more freedom, man.
Right.
Eat
Like he did with the big pokey. Mm-hmm. Right? He said, look, if you go to the strip club, look, I'll give you right? He said, I'll give you the gold package. If you come get the big pokey, I'll give you the gold package, get a free lap dance. Woo-woo. Hey, Jake, I'll give you a card. If you come get the big pokey with us, we'll give you they started with like $20 debit card. And Jake was like, hell no. Then they went up to 50. Yeah. Then they went up to 100. Yeah. Right. Then it was like, look, we'll give you a free sandwich. So just like the brother was saying, they're gonna come with all the perks, the convenience, the benefits, but it's all just a trap to get you up in. But unlike the big pokey, your ass gonna be through by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah when you get it, man. Right. Because you sealing your fate of nuclear destruction, man.
As you go in Revelation 16:2, those noisome and greasy sores, hey, it's going to cause cancer. But I can't find an article. I remember reading an article. Once you take the mycocaragma, especially like in your head, for example, the muscles they conform to that device. So what happens is, because your body starts to reject it, but at the same time, your muscles start to gravitate to it. Yeah. It clenches on, so you got people saying once you can take it out. It's gonna be too late.
I had an article to be on.
Right, and the Lord said if you take it, it's over with. You took it. Yeah. It ain't no repenting from the mark of the MOTB. Right, you got it, huh?
Yeah. It says it's the title of it: Adverse Reaction to C-hipping a dog. A recent study says a dog's cancerous tumor, which developed after a microchip injection in 2004. It's similar to tumors previously seen in cats after vaccination injections. How microchips may induce malignant tumors. Veterinarians have also found irritations, inflammation, and wounds are promoters of tumor development. All right, and it has an article here of. See. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to. Yeah.
They can't see it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They heard it. They'll get it. But I remember, speaking of 2004, I remember being in high school around that time, and that was something real big. I'm into dogs. I really like dogs. But I used to always wonder, I was like, I guess that is a pretty good idea, to put a device in them and track them. But then I was thinking about, I was like, I don't know, so what's the point of having a dog tag? So, if a dog tag, someone finds the dog, they could just call the number. But hey, they've been gradual, as our elders and apostles and our elders go into, they've been using that gradualism. Right. So they gradually been throwing it out there, just testing it out. Right. And a lot of what he does is he tests a lot of things on animals first before he implements it to you humans.
Right. Actually, they implemented that in the military. That's why they call them dog tags. They have your identification, they have your blood type and your religion, and you have to keep them on you at all times. And then at war, you got to put them one in your boot. So you know, if something happened to you, guess what? Your leg over there, well, they know that's him because he got his identification right in his boot. So I mean, that's gradualism. They just started out like that, and now it's going to be inside of you. You know, hey, to show ownership. Right. You know, you think it's about getting these benefits, but no, this is about ownership. I submit to you for the rest of my life because guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna kill you. If you make it, you know, if you make it that far, there is no salvation for you once you get that micro-corrupt. Right. It's all over.
Because it comes with a belief system.
God.
You gotta have the belief in the system and the chip to be a part of it. If you say, well, I'm gonna just get the chip and I don't really agree with the modes or the LGBTQ. Nope. Turn off. You gotta agree with the whole. That's why I said in Revelation the 20th chapter, he said that was beheaded because they didn't believe in the mark, the image, okay, and the number of his name. See, that all of that come with that.
Like, well, what they not telling people is, guess what? Your CBDC is going to expire. So it's like, hey, look, if you don't use it within a certain amount of time, it goes away. So guess what? If you got rental property and you think, you know, you got a tenant, they supposed to pay you, guess what? Doesn't matter anymore. Doesn't matter in the lease because if they pay you, they can still take it because you only get a certain amount. It's going to be universal basic income. Yep. You know, so it doesn't matter. You're not going to get no extra, not unless you do some extra shit.
Right. It's called right. When Esau doing the whole global warming, all right, and Esau is basically putting all this with the MOTB, global warming, all this fires over here with Hawaii, okay, these natural disasters, it all play into the MOTB because Esau gonna say we gotta control the carbon footprint, so we don't have all these natural disasters. So they're gonna regulate how much meat you eat, how much water you drink. All right, if you drink too much water for the week or for the day, you get no more water. All right, they're gonna turn it off. They're gonna turn your ability to purchase water, your ability to purchase meat. They're gonna turn it off. If you've been using your scooter too much in gas, look, you gotta walk. All right, your whole life you're gonna be a slave, a digital slave. You can't do nothing without Esau in your life.
Oh, don't forget about the 15-minute cities.
Oh,
yeah, so like if you are even able to have a vehicle, guess what? 15 minutes away, you can't go nowhere. I read an article where all vehicles in the United States by 2026 have to have a kill switch. What does that mean? Why do all vehicles need a kill switch? So I can limit where the fuck you go. It's simple.
Two quick points when we get back to the scriptures. One, I didn't read the article, but I kind of seen like an article about how they doing downtown area here in Houston. You know, that they're building up more affordable. Again, that's that that smooth talk, talking real slick. They're gonna make downtown. Now, if you go prior to this, you know, downtown is an expensive place to live. Now they're gonna make it more affordable. Why? A war tactic is what? Getting everybody gathered up. It's easier, you know, to make moves that way.
That's like the Lord gonna do with all the nations in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Right?
Control. It's easy to control everybody when they're in a central location. You got it.
Just to go into how the brothers that brought up, if you get the MOTB, if you could take it out, and the answer is no, man, because like how the brother had said, it comes with a belief system. Right. So I got this. This is Matthew 10 verse 28. It says, "Do not be afraid." So like it. I have it on. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Talking about here, you got it out. You're in the earth. But yeah, because within that, you know, there's that fear tactic. They're going to tell you all these things to persuade you, and this is the only option. There ain't no other option. So you getting that, whether you say, oh well, I'll get it right now because they're for, you know, like how the jab. A lot of people were saying that, oh, you're going to lose your job, you're going to lose this benefit, so on and so forth if you don't get this, and they use that as to get people to get what they wanted, you know, and the same with this MOTB.
Right.
But that's where this truth has to come into play. If you're an Israelite, you have to have the knowledge that this is not something that you're supposed to get whatsoever. Right. There's no option whatsoever. Whether it be, oh, well, I'll get it right now just to play along, and then when all hell breaks loose, that's when I'll recognize that it's time to get it. No, man, that's not how it works, man. You have to show, you know, your actions have to show that you fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And you are denying that, whether it be in the, it's called the hour of temptation, man. You know, Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. You see, within that, you have to recognize that this is your trial. If I have to suffer, you know, losing job, losing my house, whatever it is, then so be it, man. My trust is going to be solid in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You're going to find the results, man. But in this, man, it's going to, ultimately, it's a lose-lose, man.
Right. So they're going to use fear as a motivator. So don't fear Esau and what he got coming. Fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because really it is his mark. It's Yahweh Shem Yahushua's mark, because the Lord, he'll mess you up in this life, and then the time to come, he'll raise you back. He'll bring you back in the reincarnation, and you'll be born with a birth defect. He'll mess up your soul. He'll have you born or have you lose an eye. So, but in this time, the Lord can have you die in a famine and raise you back up, and you will die in nuclear destruction. So don't fear Esau. Fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
And like we were saying earlier in the lesson, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the one that sent them with this plan.
With the technique.
Yeah, they sent them with this plan to prove the Israelites, whether they're going to have faith or not.
Right.
You know, and if you don't have no faith, if you believe in Esau's system or in the beast system, then guess what? You know, the Lord put that out there so he can burn your ass up.
Yep. Right. It's all a tech. That's why I said the hour of temptation. I believe in the NLT, it's the time of testing. It's a time of testing for the Israelites, especially it really matter for the elect. Okay? So we the ones standing for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, not the rest of Jay. All right, it's gonna be a great test for us, man. All right, you got it now.
This is Ecclesiasticus or the book of Sirach, 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, so never trust your enemies. Why? Because as we brought out in Psalms 55 and 21, he has war in his heart. He's seeking to destroy you. You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He has all of these different war tactics to ultimately destroy you. Ultimately, he's looking for the elect of the nation of Israel, the 12,000 men from the 12 tribes of Israel. Those are his main focus. He wants to get rid of us. He doesn't want us out here exposing his plans.
Right.
As we're going into all that he's bringing out. And we're barely touching the surface, but we're getting the crucial points, like that Michael Karabi, him going into World War III, the following of food, you know, the people, et cetera, et cetera. Hey, he doesn't want us out here on the highways and byways bringing out the truth.
Right.
This is Revelation chapter 20 and verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, nor received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years, or rather, the anointed 1,000 years.
So you got some brothers, they may be beheaded, you know.
Right.
We don't know who that's going to be.
Right.
But we got to keep our faith. We got to hold on to our integrity. We got to hold on to this truth.
Right.
Hey, strive for the truth until death. Sirach 4:28.
Right.
And the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, shall fight for thee.
Right.
If you got your head under that guillotine, I love when it get me pumped up every time I hear the elders go into it. Hey, that guillotine might drop and break. And you might not. Or if you do lose your head, hey, I always tell brothers, hey, you get your spiritual body first. Hey, well, what better way to get to the spirit world than to perish for this word? Hey, it don't get no better than that.
I got like this is Psalm chapter 116 and verse 15. Precious is the sight, precious in the sight of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the death of his saints. So, you know, the Lord, he understands, like if you're willing to die for his word and for him, that's precious to him. You know, that's precious. That's more fine than rubies and gold, because you got faith. It said, what does the scripture say? When the Lord returns, will he find faith on the earth? That's his saints. Well, the elect of his saints.
Well, the scripture say it pleased him to do what to Yahushua? Hey, that was pleasurable to the Most High. Hey, if we're joint heirs, hey, it'll please the Lord. As the brother brought out, that's a beautiful precept. Hey, we got to strive for this truth until death. Right. Hey, you got to be willing. Hey, what they said, you got to be willing to die for this. Right. But no, like seriously, like this, we signed up for this. Hey, that's why. Hey, part of us prophesying and being on the highways and byways. Hey, you got to count the cost. If you're not counting the cost, hey, that can end up into your destruction.
This is the proving ground. This is how we're out here building our faith. So in that time, you know, we can stand boldly and say, hey, like those 7 children that were mutilated, you know, just because they wouldn't eat pork. And look at our people now, you know.
And they ultimately they had faith. Faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Hey, they had faith in being reincarnated. That's another stumbling block. You got, hey.
I mean, you got. But just like the scripture said, those that were beheaded for the let me read it. It says this is Revelation chapter 20 and verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High.
For this word.
Right.
The word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, this truth.
It says, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands.
Right there. In their hands. You got some that be saying, oh, it's just in the right hand. No. That scripture specifically says hands, plural. Or that's anywhere, any part of the body. We're worshiping this beast system or this image. This image is what? A replica of the Roman Empire. But this beast system, like we mentioned earlier, the EU.
And in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. Okay, so like he said, they were beheaded and they lived and reigned. So what does that mean?
Right, exactly.
You know, what does that mean?
Right.
You know, I mean, explain it to me. If I'm getting it wrong, it said they were beheaded and then they lived and reigned. Hey,
Death ain't the end, right? Eliezer knew that. Eliezer said, look, if I try to save my life for men, the Lord gonna give me anyway. So why am I even gonna eat the pork? The Lord gonna kill me anyways. So in the next world to come, I just lived in. See, Esau trying to scare you with death, but we know just death is your body go back to the ground, your spirit go back to the spirit world. Where you gonna be at rest? You just taking me away from all this pain anyway. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna be with Yahweh on the chariot. Thank you. I'm going to reign and live anyway. Go ahead and do it. I'll pull it for you. What a clip is. Yeah, build up your faith. Don't be afraid of death. This is the whole point of this truth is conquering death like Yahushua did. Yahushua mustered up the strength after the angel came and supped with him. Said, look, this is what I got to do. I'm going to do it. Let's go. He prayed. Look, you scared, pray. Of course we're going to be a little scared. Maybe a lot of scared. Yahushua was shedding tears of blood. Scared. You might be that scared. But pray. Ask for strength. The scripture said the angels came to Yahushua and gave him strength, comforted him. This is what you got to do, man. Hey, woo, woo, woo. In that day, the Lord found favor on us and mercy. We're going to all make it through, Lord willing. But right now, it's us showing the Lord that we down and down for this thing, man. Because that's what it come down to. Having courage. Jake talk about how he the man and he a boss, he all this. But when it come down to it, these niggas selling out. Don't be a sellout, man, like Esau was. You gotta have, that's why the scripture said we look not at this world, but we look at the things to come. You gotta look forward to the kingdom to come. All right? And knowing if they be heading people for the mark, the kingdom right around the corner. Right. You don't want to fumble at the like what the dude from the Eagles.
Oh yeah,
Deshaun Jackson let the ball go at the 1 yard mark. Come on, man.
And celebrate.
Right.
This is Revelation 12 and verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his anointed one, Yahushua. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. And that's talking about Esau Edom himself, man.
Right.
Which accused them before our God day and night. Verse 11, here's the point. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. Who is the Lamb? Yahushua. Okay? And by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death.
Right.
All right, and that's the type of mindset, you know, us brothers being of the hopeful elect. All right, we should have that, arm ourselves with that mindset, man. All right, not loving our lives unto death. All right, and it doesn't mean, oh, I want to kill myself. No, it doesn't mean it like that.
Right.
It just means, look, life in this world, life, you know, ain't trying to live life, trying to forward your, you know, how should I say it? All right, trying to forward your pleasures in this life, trying to get the job.
Right.
Okay, trying to, you know, all the pleasures of this life, man.
Right.
Trying to do all that. We don't care about that, man.
Right.
All right? And if it came down to it, all right, we'll put our life on the line for it. You know, Yahweh Bashim Shine, man.
But
all right?
Not letting this world overtake us. You know, there's nothing wrong with leveling up in the world. You know, it can help the body. But as the brother said, hey, that's going to be a distraction unto you. You're not going to have your eyes single on this truth. And ultimately, what that's going to lead to, you ultimately going to get sent to the spirit world.
Now, I was going to say, hey, we should, you know, us being of the hopeful elect, we got to arm ourselves with this type of mindset, man. All right, coming into this thing. All right.
And this is Isaiah 41 verse 10. It says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power, Yahweh. Right? In these times, in the times in which we're coming into, that's what's going to keep us going, man. You know, that's what the elect is going to be motivated, that we have Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you know, backing us up, man.
Right.
You see? So it says, I will strengthen thee. And what came to mind, well, what made me get this precept was how the brother had mentioned with the guillotine.
Right.
You see, I will strengthen thee. Right. The possibilities are endless with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in those days, man.
Or I was going to say, too, that's what I was going to say, Salaki. Or if you do, let's say you do be beheaded, the Lord will take the pain away. You won't even feel it.
Right.
But you got it on spot.
The three holy children.
Yeah.
They was in the fight. They didn't even feel the fight.
Man, right. That story's so cold to me because I used to work in the suiting industry, and one of the top saleswomen, I hate having loose strings on my on my clothes, and I had something on my jacket. And I was like, she's like, don't pull it. I was like, why not? She's like, you can mess up the threads. You know, you can unravel some stuff. So she pulled out a lighter, and she lit the lighter and barely did like this, and the string just evaporated. So thinking about the holy children, they in there with fringes on their garment. Now the fringe was harmed. Hey, man, that always stuck out to me. Like, I couldn't even wrap my head like how hot that furnace was that they were in. Wow. But they had the faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Right. And they what? They didn't bow down to Nebuchadnezzar and his statue. Right. Don't bow down to the MOTB and the image. Right. And then protection will be it's gonna be right there.
Right.
It says, I will strengthen them. Another thing that came to mind as you were speaking, going into how you have some that are, sick, men, and women that are a part of this body, a part of the ministry, a part of the elect, the 1/3. Right. You see, there's strength, that's going to come from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, even when you feel weak, man. You see, because these bodies are always in pain. They're always suffering. There's always a constant something taking place within our bodies, man. You see, but with some members of the elect, they have even more things that they have to overcome. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai is giving us encouragement within these times. I will strengthen you. I will strengthen thee. Yeah, I will help thee. Yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. You see, so nothing's gonna, whatever Esau has and plans is really to get the 2/3, man. They're gonna fall victim to whatever Esau has when it comes to bringing that fear. But the elect are gonna be set and steady towards that, knowing that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is backing them up, man. Right. It says, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. Right? Okay. I'll just finish this off. They shall be nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish, right? So the outcome of those people, those that come against us, is really going to be to their downfall. They're going to perish. They're going to suffer all the things that they wanted us to go through and suffer. They're going to actually be the ones that are going to be the ones that are going to suffer and ultimately perish, man. Meaning death. They're going to die.
Yeah. And I was going to bring out Revelation 13, 16, and 17, going into the Michael Caragua. Right. He calls it ball. Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathens, these higher ups. Then if you go to 14, 9, and 10, hey, you're going to get that fire and brimstone. You're going to be tormented with fervent heat from Yahweh Shai if you take it. So it's no, I'm going to take it and take it out. No, right. That's not how this works. Right. You got to have faith. And we're also going to pull the Lord and give us the spirit of fear. So don't have fear in Esau, Edom, as we read in Matthew 10 to 28. Hey, fear Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That's what's going to get you through this. But, Lord willing, this live street lesson was edifying, exhort to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, whose salvation is for. You Israelites only, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Right. We want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kafakash.
Double honors to our elder apostles and their elders who taught them this truth. Peace and blessing, the Akim and the few Akwath across the four winds. Shalom. Shalom Yashala.
Shalom Yashala.